continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Make America great again.
You're fired. All I do is
win, no matter what.
got money on my mind. I can never get enough.
And every time I step up in the building,
Everybody
and
go up.
and they stay there, and they say bye-bye, and they stay there,
Up, down, up, down, up, down.
because
All I do is win, win, win. And if you're going in, put your hand in the air, make them
they're there.
unbelievable.
He would be the best president.
China.
Okay. Hello. How are we doing this evening? Wasn't that fun? I like that. I think I'll put it in as my regular intro. So how is everybody doing tonight? Are we excited about winning? I'm very excited about it myself. And there is a lot we need to know about what's going on. Because we're going to have to be very, very careful. This is not making a lot of people happy. You know, we have to think about how we know how important it was for him to not become president. We know what people went through to stop him from being president. And we knew why, but we're really finding out why. How desperate these people are. Hello, Debbie. Yeah, and this is really telling us why they were so desperate to not let this happen. So we have to be careful. There's a lot of inciting going on, a lot of lying like crazy, because they're being exposed big time. It's beautiful. It's about time. It is very much about time. So, you know, we're in our starting the third week, right? Well, we're in the middle of the third week of him becoming president, and look at what we know now, just in this little amount of time, where our money's been going to. And sadly, it's not even just our money, though, everybody. You got to think about this. It's not just that they have been squandering our money, stealing our money, stealing it. That's what it's called. But the position that they have put us in is very dangerous in so many ways. By literally not giving a shit about this country, about us. I mean, they're just getting richer and richer while we're paying more for every single thing, but putting us in very dangerous position. It's just, you know, it's exciting, but we need to stand firm, because we're probably going to have some bad things. And we do have people calling for, you know, violence. They're desperate. They are very desperate. And we just have to keep standing firm that this is what we asked for. This is what we want, to drain the swamp. This is what it's called. 100%. This is absolutely what that's called. And I absolutely love it. Hey, Jerry. Good to see you guys. Hey, Maze. It is beautiful, but you know, we don't want to have any violence. We have to be careful. It's extremely irresponsible for the people that are doing this. But so what we found out today now is, and I don't think any of this surprises anybody, really. I mean, it doesn't me. But what you have to understand, whenever we literally have been paying, you know, we've known that government funds PBS. We know that government funds, you know, NPR. But, you know, in the dark, you know, behind closed doors, we are literally paying you know, Politico and Reuters and AP and all these people. Do you guys understand? That's propaganda. That is government. That's China. That's Russia. That is the government deciding what information we can have. And they want to call other people Hitler. That's exactly what that is. And that's what they've been doing. You see them up in arms. You see them going crazy right now. They're losing their minds. Did you see any of those people stand up in front of the Capitol and say, listen, people are dying in North Carolina? No, zip, nothing. Now they're losing their minds. Hello, Frazzled. Now they're losing it. And this is so big. This is why, you know, we have freedom of the press. The founders saw this as that is the watchdog for we the people. They're supposed to call them out and bring to light what's going on. We know what they've been doing through social media. We even had that pencil dick Zuckerberg admit that the administration told them what they would allow on social media. Every which way they have been telling us what's going on, telling us that Donald Trump is a convicted felon because they spent a bunch of our money to try to convict him of something that's not a crime. They did convict him. But thing is, it's not even a crime. But while they're pulling all kinds of crimes and only giving us information, that is the epitome of governments that they warn about. They are happy. They are losing their minds. They want to keep calling him Hitler. Are you kidding me? Seriously. I mean, literally, he says shit that I still love. I mean, I still, myself even, I cringe a little bit sometimes, but I do it because he says whatever he thinks. Somebody asked him yesterday, I think, they said, what do you think about Biden has a talent agency? And he goes, are you kidding me? I just died laughing. And he's like, whatever. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I heard too, but who even cares? Why would he? And then, don't you love this? Okay, this is one of my favorite things that's come out. They keep saying, nobody elected Elon. Nobody elected him. Okay, well, who the hell has been running? Who was running the country the whole time Biden was president? Because that guy did not even know what the hell he was talking about. He knew nothing. You tell me who was running the country then? Who was running it that whole time? Really? All of a sudden they've got some kind of, they're all freaked out about some unelected person running the country. But then again, tell us, Trump's such a narcissist, this and that. You think he's letting someone else do shit? I can tell you, it was nobody in the Biden family. It was nobody in the Biden family running the country. I mean, they acted like they were helping him out sometimes here and there. None of them people have a damn brain in their damn head. It was, I don't know if it was Barack Obama. I don't know who it was. It was the same people who run it all the time. Only when Trump's there, those people don't run it. Right. They all stole money bigger than shit. God, there's so many things I've got to show you guys. This one, though, is actually a little bit funny. I mean, we gotta be happy. We have to celebrate. Because we are winning like crazy. Not even 3 full weeks. Thank God. Freaking love it. There is so much good stuff going on. But there's also some stuff that it's really high time that people start. We need to be for real. There is so much to do. Pam Bondi was sworn in today. And she's already taken jabs. She's already on it. These people are not letting a blade of grass grow. They are not. And it is beautiful. Yeah, there's so much stuff happening here. Okay, let's start. I loved it too. Did you guys watch Pam Bondi get sworn in by Justice Thomas? I love that. He's my favorite. He has been forever. Do you guys even know? Do you remember Justice Thomas' wife many years ago? She tried to be involved with the Tea Party group. They went nuts about that shit. Wasn't it, Frazzled? I loved that. When I saw it, I was like, oh. He is my favorite. Look what they put him through. You guys remember that? Oh my God, I was furious. Remember that stupid shit? What was that woman's name? Anita something. The whole pubic hair and the soda, whatever. God. Right? Happy? Yeah. Hey, Tough. Yeah, remember that crap? They totally... Anita Baker, that's right. I'm like, I can't remember her name. Can you believe how ridiculous that was? They always do it. Look, look what they did with Kavanaugh. proven to be an absolute lie. They made a fucking circus like nobody's business. Get so annoyed with that. God. Oh. It was ridiculous. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, let's hear what Pam Bondi did. There's so much. We have so many things we got to. So much winning. So much winning. Yay. Congratulations, America. It's a beautiful day.
Are back in town, or well, the girl who is now in charge of the largest law enforcement agency in the entire world, Pam Bondi, who is your next attorney general, just sworn in the White House with President Trump, and delivering a dominant message to those who might wish to be committing crimes in this country. We will defund you, we will deport you, and we may execute you. Oh, yeah, baby. We're getting right into it. Day one directives. Donald Trump introducing Pam Bondi, officially the Attorney General, who passed the Senate last night, late in the evening, by a actually not so close vote at all. Here we go.
Great honor, real privilege. I'm thrilled to be here today with our nation's next will be incredible Attorney General of the United States, Pam Bondi. And I want to congratulate Pam. She's worked hard, so hard, and unbelievably fair and unbelievably good at law enforcement. I just want to congratulate you. Very special person.
Clarence Thomas swearing Pam Bondi in, and Donald Trump couldn't be prouder. Here's what Pam had to say as soon as she took the charge.
You, President Trump, I've known you for many, many years, and I will not let you down. I am truly honored that you have asked me to take on this role, and I will make you proud, and I will make this country proud.
Thank you.
And I just want to thank all of my friends who are here today, my friends and my family, my mom, my husband, my pastor, Aaron, here. So many of my good friends and my colleagues. So thank you all so much. And I will restore integrity to the Justice Department, and I will fight violent crime throughout this country and throughout this world and make America safe again. Thank you.
Ooh, boom, baby. Giving Pam Bondi.
You know, I'm telling, I don't know if you guys know that much about her, but when she was AG in Florida, you know, most of us know and love Grady Judd. Now that Sheriff Arpaio is not sheriff anymore, I think Grady Judd is probably the best, most loved sheriff in the country. But she worked very hard with him on human smuggling. And do you guys remember when Madeline Soto was murdered, and her Stephen Stearns, he was already up for the death penalty even before they charged him with her murder. Hey, Crazed, good to see you. So, because they have very strong, very harsh penalties in Florida for that, she was very much involved in that. Very, very much. I've liked her for years. I love Grady too. Me too. Love him. He gave her a amazing endorsement.
The old executive order right there, framed. That's Donald Trump welcomes Pam Bondi as the top law enforcement agent in America. So what's the first thing that she's going to do? What's the first thing you're going to do, Pam? You say you're going to restore law and order in this country. Well, hot damn. Did she get started? Guns a-blazing. Day one directives for Pam Bondi. Fight weaponization of justice, eliminate cartels, and death penalty for criminals. Attorney General Pam Bondi will issue several major directives on her first day in the Justice Department, including orders to combat weaponization in the legal system and make prosecutors seek the death penalty when appropriate and get rid of all criminal aliens in this country, Fox News has learned. Bondi issued a directive regarding zealous advocacy. Bondi, the DOJ, include aggressively enforcing criminal laws passed by Congress on behalf of the United States of America and legal challenges. The discretion of department attorneys with respect to those responsible does not include latitude to substitute their personal political views or judgments on those who prevailed in the election. This is amazing. She's going after the weaponized DOJ, saying it's not your job to decide whether you're going to enact Trump's laws. You're going to enact Trump's laws, or, get a load of this, you'll be criminally prosecuted yourself. When Justice Department attorneys refuse to faithfully carry out the role, for example, by refusing to advance good faith arguments and declining to sign briefs, it undermines the constitutional order and deprives the president of the benefit of his lawyers. Bondi in the memo states that any Justice Department attorney who declines to sign briefs, meaning defend President Trump, refuses to advance good faith arguments on behalf of the Trump administration in lawsuits, right? Because they're going to be sued a million times. This is how the left does things. Or otherwise delays or impedes the Justice Department's mission will be subject to potential termination and discipline. Ooh, baby. Bondi said to establish a weaponization working group, which will review the activities of law enforcement agencies past 4 years. Working group's first reviews will include prosecutions against Trump, led by Jack Smith, Alvin Bragg, and Letitia James. Whoa, big Tish, big trouble. The group will also review prosecutorial abuse regarding January 6th. Oh, man, the FBI is targeting Catholic American, Justice Department targeting parents at school board meetings, and advocates given the FACE Act. We'll also end the moratorium on federal executions in order that federal prosecutors at the Department of Justice may now seek the death penalty when appropriate. This is because Laken Riley, the murderer of Laken Riley, who was a degenerate career gang member from Venezuela who never belonged here, never should have been here. You know, this bastard was given life in prison, 3 meals a day, exercise, time to read, surf the internet. This guy's now going to be living out his entire livelong days on the taxpayer dollar instead of facing the death penalty, which is what should have happened. The only reason that he wasn't facing the death penalty was because of a George Soros prosecutor and because Joe Biden in 2021 said that the DOJ may no longer seek federal executions. Ooh. Biden then commuted the sentences of 37 of 40 criminals on federal death row. What a sick
remember that?
bastards. Seriously, what a sick man. As for the cartels, Bondi is directing the Justice Department to work closely with the Department of Homeland Security and other federal partners to completely eliminate threats of cartels. Bondi plans to reimagine charging priorities relating to the cases in order to ensure that law enforcement prioritizes dismantling of the foundational operational capacity of cartels. Here, the Justice Department is expected to temporarily suspend bureaucratic approval reviews in order to prioritize speedy prosecution and captures of assets of those accused of severe offenses, capital crimes, terrorism, aiding the operation of cartels. Holy smokes.
Yep.
We're just going scorched earth.
You see, and this is awesome. And what's crazy about it is it's common sense. I mean, who would think that we just have to get so damn giddy for common sense? Oh, I can't wait to play this video of this girl just losing it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Pam Bondi is also directing the DOJ to confirm the termination of all diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in the department by March 15th. She also demanded the removal of all references to DEI and training programs, specifically ending in an emphasis of race and sex-based criteria, refocusing on hiring priorities based solely on merit.
Weird.
Just an
Common sense.
amazing Attorney General selection by Donald Trump. Bondi told lawmakers in her hearing that partisanship and the weaponization of the Justice Department will be gone. America will have one-tier justice for all. How can you possibly argue against that? And then, dropping on top of this article, ladies and gentlemen, Pam Bondi.
This is my favorite.
Eliminating funding for sanctuary cities.
Yep.
Oh, come on, man.
You believe that?
Pam Bondi is being sworn in, was sworn in, of course, by Clarence Thomas, the greatest.
See that? Eliminating funding for these sanctuary. See, these idiots. Again, it's one of those things that we have to say, you know what? Okay, it's a law. It is a law. People breaking the law. Yes, and lining pockets. You know, like we found today with all that money going everywhere. Like Trump said, the only way anybody would sign off on that shit is if you're getting your kickbacks. There's no, it's crazy. And of course they are. Like I say all the time, you don't go there making $170,000 a year and become, you're worth $600 million. How the hell does that happen? Besides insider trading, something else we would all go to jail for. Wow. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm done with that myself. Good to see you, KB. See what are people pissed off about? What could you how can you possibly, okay, I want to show you this because this girl just says it so much better than I can. But really? How can you be angry? I mean, it makes... Hold on. Listen to this video. This girl, she just says it way too well for me. I mean, I know that people don't like, a lot of it is because we ourselves have been paying for propaganda. They're really pissed off. I mean, they're crazy pissed off. And I need you to see exactly who some of these people are. I mean, it's gross. It's gross. This right here, this girl says it so good. I love the way she does this.
Keep waiting and waiting and waiting for Democrats to start fucking redeeming themselves. And every single time I turn around, they make it fucking worse. Just 100%, no turnabout rate, nothing. It is just going downhill for the Democrats, dude. Can you please tell me, if someone, right, robbed a fucking bank, okay, let's talk about a hypothetical before we get into the real shit real quick. If someone robbed a bank, someone watched the security footage, saw who robbed the bank, told you who robbed the bank, you caught who robbed the bank, are you going to be mad at the person that robbed the fucking bank or the person that told you were being robbed? Okay, that's what's going on with Elon Musk right now. For those of you that don't understand, okay, Elon Musk was hired for the Department of Government Efficiency. What does the Department of Government Efficiency do? What is its main number one goal? To make sure that our government is running efficiently, dumbasses. And here you are literally trying to shoot the fucking messenger because he is showing you that a lot of our money is being wasted on shit that is not needed. What type of fucking transgender opera do you need overseas? What type of all of these DEI spending our money on overseas? Instead of being mad at the people that are stealing our fucking money, spending it 100% irresponsibly, you're mad at the man who told you you were being ripped the fuck off. You are a fucking cult member. Plain and simple. There is no saving for you. Okay, every single time you guys continue to peddle these lies, you are screaming more and more that you're a cult member. And the more and more you do it, the more and more the moderate Democrats are going to fucking leave you. Keep going. Keep fucking going. Show your utter stupidity. It's what you've been doing for 4 years.
Right.
Keep it up. The rest of us are happy that we found out what we already knew, that we were being robbed. It must be shocking for you to deal with facts, but they're going to keep coming out. Our government has wasted billions upon billions upon billions of fucking dollars for shit that is not important to American citizens. And you're mad at Elon Musk and not at your fucking representatives? What are you, fucking retarded? You have to be.
That is so good, huh? I love that. I love it. It's so true. How are you pissed off that we're finding out all the squandering and lying and everything? I love the way she says it though. She's so animated. I love that girl. I love it. Yeah, I really got myself all over. I got going with X, and now I'm like, hold on. This one's real quick. I just want to, then I'll get back to business. This is funny, though.
Elon Musk, I have this to say to you on behalf of the American people. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been incredible. We really appreciate it. Keep going. You can do it. Elon Musk, I have...
I have not. I know. Isn't that good? Seriously. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how people should be feeling. If you're not, why? Why? So I saw this many places today, but wait, this one is my favorite. Wait. Oh, I lost it. Oh, wait. Wow. What in the world? Okay. Okay, I got to pull that up somehow. I'll play this for you really quick, and then I'm gonna go find that. It's a good one. I had it saved, but I think I must have shut it. Listen to this numbskull.
To speak to my attorney.
When ICE shows up at your door, they're not showing up to give you a pop quiz. All right? They already know who's behind that door. So feel free to either open the door or let them kick it open. Either way, the door is going to open. And you're going to be in the back of their cruiser headed toward wherever they're going to hold you until it's time for them to get you up out the country. That's what's going to happen.
What you can do is protect people. The slower they operate, the less they can break. You hear me? This is why this is strategically important. The slower they operate, the less they can break. And so know your rights. If ICE comes to your workplace, if ICE comes to your door, you do not have to open the door. You ask them for a judicial warrant, not an administrative warrant. ICE very often tries to show you some official looking paper in order to intimidate people and to let them in. Again, remember, they rely on the perception of power. No. You don't just get some paper and let them in. You look for a judicial warrant. You look for a judge's signature.
See how gross
on that
this
piece
is?
of paper.
Hey,
If there
Bert.
is not a judge's signature on that piece of paper, you do not have to open the door. Number two, you can ask them to leave. If they do not procure a warrant, you can ask them to leave. You can stay silent. If they have detained.
You know, how many lawmakers, okay? How many of our representatives are going to continue to try to tell people how to evade the law? It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, a lot of people have been doing that, Legs, and that's dangerous. This fool right here, I did find the video I wanted, but she is so gross.
Thank you. You can say, I would like to remain silent. You invoke your right. You do not have to share personal information. They want to know what your immigration status is. Even if you're a US citizen, if they want to ask you, are you a US citizen? You tell them I don't have to answer that question. You tell them I do not have to answer that question. You do not have to. They ask you where you were born. I don't have to answer.
What kind of lunatic? These people are crazy. They're crazy. You know what? They facilitated, we paid for them to have people invade our country. This is treason. It is. So ridiculous.
Answer that question. They ask for your immigration status. I do not have to answer your question. They do not, unless you are being officially detained, if they have a judicial warrant. And by the way, you do not have to sign anything. And if they want to keep asking you questions, you say, I would like to speak to my attorney. In New York and California, you have a right to an attorney, including if you are undocumented or anything. You would say, I would like an attorney. Or outside of the states of New York or California, you can say, I would like to speak to an attorney. Your own attorney. So, or you can procure your own attorney. So you say, lawyer. Because
all right, so check this out. Shows up at your door. They're not showing up to give you a pop quiz. All right? They already know who's behind that door. So feel free to either open the door.
Louise. I'm not kidding. I'm at it. Sorry about that. Wow. I didn't even see that. Right. Well, because they've been making money. That's exactly why. But it's so important to understand that we've been paying to live in a communist country. That's what we've been living in, a communist country. I mean, let's be for real. Well, they're just completely beyond anything. I can't. I haven't actually seen what was going on with. I had, I know there were protests going on today. I was going to go downtown, but I had Jack today. I'm going to go downtown Phoenix on Saturday and try to film whatever nonsense they do. This guy, he has somebody really explain this very well, a lot better than I can explain it. Exactly. That's why they're crazy mad. They're crazy mad. Yep. That's why I said you never saw these people freaking out because nobody was being helped in North Carolina. They don't give a shit about that. This is so very important to understand, though, what has been happening. Again, I'm not surprised. I knew this was happening, but I assume that a lot of people didn't.
Oh boy, the biggest scandal in news media history. And I told y'all that the truth will shine in the light. They're going to expose it all. We're going to clean house. The truth will shine in the light. I told y'all. Here it is. Hope y'all are ready for these next 4 years. Buckle up. Buckle up.
USAID has gotten a lot of attention the last couple of days with some of these bizarre things that we've been, taxpayers have been funding. Now it looks like there are a couple media outlets that have been dragged into this conversation as far as USAID funding as well. Does the president have any comment on that?
So upon coming out here to the briefing room, I was...
Yeah, listen to this. I love this. I love it. This is really good right here. No other country. No other country allows it. They don't. They don't. Look how she calls them right out, though, right into their face. I freaking love this.
Made aware of the funding from USAID to media outlets, including Politico, who I know has a seat in this room. And I can confirm that the more than 8 million taxpayer dollars that have gone to essentially subsidizing subscriptions to Politico on the American taxpayers' dime will no longer be happening. The DOJ team is working on canceling those payments now. Again, this is a whole of government effort to ensure that we are going line by line when it comes to the federal government's books. And this president and his team are making decisions across the board on, do these receipts serve the interests of the American people? Is this a good use of the American taxpayers' money? If it is not, that funding will no longer be sent abroad, and American taxpayers will see significant savings because of that effort.
So, Politico has fallen. Goliath has fallen. This is huge and one of the biggest scandals in media history, if not the biggest. Politico, for the first time ever, did not pay any of their employees because they were largely funded by U.S. aid, which President Trump, with I believe the help of maybe Elon Musk and a few others, cut off, which completely pinched the main artery of their funding and shut them down. This is prophecy fulfilling, and I'm going to.
Yeah, exactly. It should have always been, but it's not. Hasn't been. No. This is why they needed to. This is why they tried to kill him, because they could not have this coming out. Like I said, I'm not even kind of surprised.
Keep winning. Shout out to them beautiful Patriots around the world. We just keep winning. I hope y'all are having an amazing week. Happy Wednesday. That you are blessed, well, and healthy.
I love this guy.
I love my family on here, man. We just keep winning. We are on the ground running, man. And I told y'all the truth will shine in the light. I told y'all I think things are going to be exposed. People are going to be walked out. People are going to be fired. It has to happen. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The corruption, the truth is going to shine in the light. This corruption is going to be exposed, man.
Yeah, but
and more has been done in the last 15 days in the last 4 years. And that says something.
Yep.
That says that is huge what I just said, man. But I can't wait to get into this, y'all. This whole scandal.
And this is not just the last 4 years, and it's not just the Democrats. Everybody needs to understand that. It's not just the Democrats. This has been going on for a long time. Like I said, this is why Republicans don't like Trump either. This is all swamp. It's all swamp. This is draining the swamp. You need to stop. I know. I love this guy. He makes me die laughing because he always says people need to have their hands behind their back. That's my favorite thing. He's really funny, but you know what? He's very he seems very sincere, very genuine. He's the one I told you guys about that said after COVID, or right around COVID time, he started delivering for DoorDash. And he said, based on the news, he was scared to deliver to houses that had a Trump sign. He said, I really believed that they were racist, that they were, violent, all these things. And he said, I ended up realizing they were actually the nicest people and the best tippers. He said that before. He makes me laugh, though. I like him. I know, right? Hands behind your back. I love it.
I couldn't wait to get into this, man. Every single day. Isn't it something every single day, y'all? Every single day, man. We on the ground running every single day. So thank y'all for all the love and support, man, that we've had, man. So much love and support, But these Democrats, I'm telling y'all, man, what they're saying, these liberals and all, they need to be put your hands behind your back.
I love that.
I'm telling you, man, live on air, walked out with their hands behind their back. Have y'all seen what these Democrats are saying? It's crazy, But that's how you know we're winning.
It's so
that's how you know we're winning. I can't wait to get into this. Shout out to my boy Professor Nez, and a lot of y'all sent this to me. Y'all know he loves our channel. We love him, an amazing friend. But we gotta definitely check. Ridiculous.
I have lots. I promise you're not going to get this anywhere else, especially the corporate woke network media. USAID, the same organization that you have these Democrats, aka hypocrites, as I like to call them, because they're all hypocrites, have been inciting literally violence. One representative saying,
Oh, good. I'm glad. You really will like him. You will. He, to me, it's almost like he's a kid. You find an affection for him, if that's the right word. And he's funny as crap. He really is.
let's start a war.
They're it's ridiculous, and so many of y'all tagged me in that clip.
They're saying it
need to be walked out with their hands behind their back, and y'all, I said that in my last video. What we were seeing, I said, man, and they're up there screaming.
Yep, big time.
And the other lady, she up there, eyelashes didn't fell out. I'm just.
Listen what he said.
Makeup dripping all down, her eyelashes didn't fell out. I mean, just a disgrace. Up there screaming. Let's continue though. My bad, y'all. I don't mean to keep talking. My bad.
Down the city. I'm not even kidding. Have you seen this?
Republicans that we will this. We will fight back. And God damn it, shut it. We are at war.
And there's so many people in some of those. They need to go in New Jersey and just clean house. Just clean house. Yeah, we got to walk that governor out. I mean, I'm just clean house.
Apologize. I'm so sorry. I know the audio was just too much to bear, but I just have a really quick question. Have the good guys ever been on the side of wanting more, bigger, more intrusive government? Sincere question. Let me know in the comments down below. So the biggest scandal ever, which has been discovered by our guy, Elon Musk, now the whole coordinated parroting talking points from all these ridiculous, lame, anti-American hypocrites is nobody elected Elon Musk.
Yeah, he's the president. He's going to turn, him and Trump are not on good terms. Him and Trump are fighting.
I mean, just all this fake news.
Elon Musk, we seen Tampon Tim made that post yesterday. Elon Musk is a terrible president.
This is too funny.
You go to the store, sir, and get you some more pads.
Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to say that. They say, Rick, you shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said it.
They absolutely did.
Some breaking news right now. Our president just signed and there won't be men and women sports. We just keep winning. I keep telling y'all. We just keep winning. Timmy, go ass from the stove.
When actually that's really not true.
And she's drunk. She's hungover, isn't she? Make sure you give her a call. What that lady name is? Kamala? Make sure you call her. Check up on her, sir. Because we know she's been mixing the clear in the dark. Drunk as hell.
President Trump has been rallying all over the country during the election cycle, saying that he was going to exactly do this very same thing, which was create a government efficiency program headed by Elon Musk.
This is what we voted for.
Yes, it is.
This is what we voted for. I don't mean to keep it on. I'm gonna stop interrupting y'all, but we're getting exactly what we voted for, man. Yeah. Now we just need this peace. We need these prices to come on down. Just go on, shoot down. Yeah. We can get this presidency done in about 6 months. 8 months. I'll say a year. You say a year? No, I'll say 6-8 months. Trump ain't went to sleep yet. Prayers for Trump. prayers for Trump, his cabinet. Yeah, that fella ain't been to sleep yet. Do y'all see what's going on? That man is here. Holding another interview right here. Talking to the press right here. Same with his administration. We've seen Caroline Leavitt 20 times in a day, 30 times in a day.
I know.
Prayers for Trump in the comment section, y'all. Fella ain't been to sleep yet.
to make the government more efficient so we can save money, so America can prosper. He's been saying this for months, if not longer. So you guys are all full of it. They're over there storming the Capitol, yelling, shouting, saying war, inciting violence. It's the worst of the swamp. And you have to ask yourself the serious question: why are you guys putting so much energy, so much of your time into defending something that has literally funded the most egregious things, wasting our taxpayer dollars time and time again in the hundreds of millions, if not billions? You have to ask.
I love this. Wait till you hear it. Oh my God, he cracks me up with this about the taxes. Yes, I've never had the kind of energy that Trump has. Not my whole life. It blows my mind. I know. Wait, he goes way further with this. It's so good.
Yourself, why are they putting so much into that and so little energy, so little protestation into helping us, into helping North Carolinians who are experiencing still without a home, without food, still without water, still without heat? How about Californians who suffered during the worst wildfire disaster in the history of the state, still can't even get access to their homes? And you're putting all your energy into this? Is that?
They ought to walk the governor and mayor out. They should have resigned a long time ago. They ought to be walked out with handcuffs. You know, all this incompetence.
Fair? Well, it gets even worse, my fellow Americans, my fellow global citizens in this nation, because today, thanks to Elon Musk, who deserves, I've been saying it many times, so many medals around his neck that he can't lift his head, Politico, known radical, extreme left-wing publication, for some reason, as soon as President Trump and Elon Musk defunded and stopped all federal payments to USAID, for some reason, they couldn't meet payroll. And then, after doing some digging, some research, we found this. So you're not going to believe this, but Politico, which actually is one of the, it's a terrible organization. It's a total radical left-wing organization, which has propagated the Hunter Biden laptop story. I'm going to show you a quick snippet of that as well. Was paid $8.2 million from 237 transactions. You can see that large decline in the graph, the line graph right there. As you can see, fiscal year 2025, it dropped almost 100%, practically 90%, to be a little more specific, because of what Elon and Trump did. Now, this is the real kind of crux of this. The real kind of crux of this is that what this money was spent on subscriptions, you know, that were actually funded by us taxpayer dollars. And then to get even more specific, check this out. Politico received $622,000 of our taxpayer dollars on top of the $8 million for, you can see down there, the award description, online news subscriptions. How many to be exact? For only 37 subscriptions, my fellow Americans. Politico LLC. Can you believe it? They're getting.
Can you believe that shit? How many times, Jerry, have we tried to read an article, watch a video, and we have to subscribe, so we don't do it? But we've been paying for all these subscriptions. Yeah. For propaganda. It's even worse. It's so much. Again, this is a drop in the bucket. Honest to God, it is. But can you believe this shit? This is what you call communism. State media. State-run media. Yep, this is China. That's why people are going to go to jail You know, remember when Hillary said, you know, there needs to start, you know, we need to have laws against disinformation. Yeah. And you need to figure out how to fucking blow your husband, you stupid bitch.
Getting our taxpayer dollars. And they didn't disclose this. They didn't disclose this to the FCC. They didn't disclose this to the American public. There was zero transparency. They were actually state-funded media, all propagated, all funded in order to try to stop, defame, deride, derail our president, President Trump, which makes our victory on all the more powerful. Get into that, I'll be here forever. But it was leaked, this email, Politico sending out this email to their entire staff saying, "Dear team, Goli and I want to address this morning's payroll issue directly due to what we believe to be a technical error." Yeah, that technical error's name is Doge, Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Employees did not receive their paychecks as scheduled. Yada, yada, yada. We're working to figure out this, all this BS. So with all the other egregious spending, transgender comic books, DEI operas, or what, or maybe I got those two reversed. I don't even know. There's just so many. You're also funding Politico and you're funding the BBC. Why are American taxpayers funding the BBC? Oh, yeah. You didn't know that? They're also funding, USAID is also funding the BBC. But wait, as if that's not enough. I mean, I'm almost like I'm speechless. I'm literally me, Professor Nez, this guy right here in front of you, who's never at a loss for words. I think this might be the very first time in my broadcast career that I'm ever at a loss of words, because this is absolutely insane, my fellow Americans. As if that wasn't enough, you're not going to believe what I found today. This, I have no idea even what this is. Check this out. So you guys probably know Reuters, which is another media outlet that is not favorable and not impartial, but definitely not favorable to President Trump. But more importantly, is not impartial and objective as journalistic integrity is supposed to elucidate. They got funded by USAID $9.1 million. And right in the middle of your screen, what was the description of that funding? What was it for?
Yep.
Something that is so creepy, scary, something that belongs in a science fiction museum, something that should make every single American's skin crawl. Active social engineering defense, LARG.
You see that? Unbelievable. So, you know, people go to Reuters that's where news people get their news. It's like AP, right? Definitive contract. This is exactly what you call, this is Hitler. This. Propaganda. It's of course, it's propaganda for sure. But when you talk about a government that has the people pay to be lied to, that's why we have freedom of the press here, because you're allowed to call your government out. You're supposed to. You're supposed to be the watchdog for the people. That's the whole purpose. Look at that. Social engineering. It's unfucking believable. Yep. This is sicker than all the shit they've been calling Donald Trump. This is the shit they're talking about. that they've been doing. And I'm not kidding you guys. It's not Democrats. It's all of them. They're all the deep state. They are all the fucking swamp. Yes. Brainwashed. Exactly right. Yep. 100%. Like I said, Zuckerberg already said that the White House told him what he had to not allow on his platform. %. They have been. So those people losing their mind about Trump becoming president, this is why. Right?
Come here.
You know what? I'm really. Is this insane? Oh, I can't. If people don't have their hands behind their back, you want to stand there and call for war? You want to call for all this fighting because people are uncovering what happened, what's going on? Not only are you stealing our money, you're brainwashing everybody. You've got children having their body parts taken off. It's sick, fucking, disgusting shit. And you're right. If Trump didn't win, I don't know what the hell. I think I believe what I believed on January 6th, that we lost our country, and it's completely fucking gross. Look at that. So social engineering. See, they love their terms. Just think about their terms. And this is not even me trying to get into a lot of different things. But don't you love the term? You are pro-choice. See, they really decorate shit up so much, right? Instead of being anti-life, which is out with it's pro-choice.
Pro-death.
I could get a lot more ugly about it, but because quite frankly, what that is genocide. Okay. Sorry, but there's so much more. So much more. But when we were in school and we were taught, do you guys remember being taught about Russia and China? And it was so crazy to us because we couldn't believe that they banned books and their media only allowed, what they agreed to come out, right? I remember being in school and you couldn't believe that happened. And here you go. How many ways are you going to take my money? It's so gross. It is so gross. Hey, Queen. It's just unbelievable. I don't know why I say unbelievable, because I literally have known all of this, but yeah. Again, we knew that there was a reason why they literally shot Trump. They orchestrated January 6th. They did everything they could to put him in prison. Everything they could. And when that didn't work, they shot him. When I hear people talking about him, you know what? Fuck you. You people shot him. You came this close to killing him. He's the only person that has ever held office to my knowledge that truly loves this country. But he loves people. I mean, I won't let myself get too far in the weeds with last night, but because a guy does blow your damn mind. I mean, he says some shit. Wow. That's a whole thing. I don't know how to. He continues to blow my mind, but he loves people. He truly does. I believe that. I believe it's true. But thank God. Thank God. I mean, this right here makes me really, really, really want to go kick somebody's ass. He loves this country. He does. I believe he loves humanity. He wants badly to be the best president we've ever had. He wants that. And how is that a bad thing for any of us? I mean, really? Yeah, I do too. Like, it's divine intervention that he lived that day. 100%. It's the same thing. Like I tell you guys, I have that picture. I look at it every single day of George Washington praying. Right before they crossed the Delaware, he knew. He knew prayer was the only thing that made that happen. There was no reason for them to win. They should not have won. And they did. For us. For us. God has been so involved in America. So involved in America. And it was divine intervention that he turned his head. Because those sorry, demonic people wanted us, the whole world, to watch it. I mean, it's... Like I said, you know what? Literally, when I get so annoyed with people at the grocery store that want to stand there and dick around while I'm waiting and waiting, you know. Every once in a while, I'll find myself looking, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, that was so rude of me, you know? I don't like when people do that to me. I feel bad about doing shit like that. Fucking kidding? These people are sick. They're very sick. They're not going to stop. We need to be careful. We need to be careful. It's going to get crazy. Yep. Yes. And to sit here and say, oh, nobody elected Elon. Okay, well, who was president the whole time Biden was in there? Who was president? Not anybody that was ever on a ballot at all. I personally will never believe Biden won that damn election anyway. But you know what? Again, you know what? God was involved, because I don't think Trump would really have understood. I don't think he would have understood. We needed him right now. We needed him to understand exactly how fucking sick they are. How he could not trust anybody. The country needed to understand what was happening. It all has happened in God. You know what? It's God's will. I believe that. Right. Kamala wasn't gonna run the country any more than Joe did. I mean, come on, the guy's, I can't even. He's a sick bastard is what he is. Right? We had to go through the last 4 years to understand. We really did. Because we needed to understand, screw this, line by line. Line by line. We're going through it all. And people are pissed off that they're going to edit or audit things. Really? How often do we can get audited every single time you turn around with our own money? Thank you. They can audit us and decide how much we owe. It did. It did. Guess what, you stupid psychos? It opened Elon's eyes. That was no conservative guy. He's probably still not necessarily conservative. Fiscally, though, he is. And he's brilliant, and he's the richest person on the fucking planet. Thank God. Again, thank God. But everyone's going to be up in arms because somebody's literally saying, you know, your money, people, they're just setting it on fire. Oh, no, they're not actually. They're wadding it up and cramming it up your ass. They're not just wasting it. They're not just stealing it. They're using it against you. So go ahead and be pissed off, you psycho nut jobs. I mean, these people are literally fucking crazy. Last night I saw, yesterday, something, I don't know. I saw a video of, remember that that ginger from that redheaded one from oh God, Sex in the City. I can't remember what I never watched the show, but she was out bawling and squalling with some microphone yesterday or the day before or whatever about, no, not Sarah Jessica Parker. No, not her, not the main person. It was a redhead friend. And yeah, I don't know what her name was, but she was carrying on and saying, you know, how Trump was ruining everybody's life, you know, because what's going to happen to her daughter, who is a transgender, and her best friend has a child that's transgender, and her daughter's best friend is a transgender. She went on this list. First of all, like, anybody's going to do anything to him. You can be anything you fucking want to. It's America. That's the way it was designed. It also means I can also have my own fucking brain too. Okay. That's where they have a problem. You're still allowed to do whatever the fuck you want to. But quite honestly, I love, Candace Owens said, statistically, that is impossible for you to actually know that many trans, quite honestly. It actually is. These people are talking people into shit that I don't know when. You know, I remember a time, literally, when I was like, from about 16, I said, I don't want to have kids. I didn't want to have kids. Well, I ended up having kids. It was the best thing I ever did in my entire life. When we're younger, we're we're not considered adults until a certain age because we're not adults. We're not supposed to be making decisions like this. These people are letting their kids, I think, encouraging shit that is could ruin their lives. When they become an adult, when they get their head out of their ass, away from their psycho parents, they might be very sorry. My goodness. I mean, as a kid, I thought I wanted to be a nurse. I can't even let you tell me about injuries. I can't have no part of it. I mean, stop it. They're children, and they're fucking with their heads because it's a popular, or I don't know, maybe it's social engineering. I don't know. We'll see, huh? Some of them encourage it, Boots. I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you. You know what? Like I said, you know, that girl that just had to, I'm telling you, many years ago, I was fucking pissed off because that girl that just had to be a Boy Scout. And when she said that, her parents were like, well, she wants to, she gets to. Well, really? There's probably boys that want to be Boy Scouts that just aren't allowed to. Guess what? The answer is fucking no. It's called Boy Scouts. You're not a boy. See ya. I fucking knew right then we were up against some shit. But you know what? I'll bet you by the time her parents had caused enough nonsense, the havoc they did, she probably didn't even care about it anymore after that herself. Love to talk to that girl today and find out, you know, are you so fucking happy you got to be a Boy Scout for Pete's sake? Stupid. I was so irritated with that shit. No, I'm sorry. Yes, we all want to encourage our children to achieve their goals and to live out their dreams. But you know, it's called Boy Scouts and you're not a boy. Let's move on with life. Because you know what? There are some people that really wish they had a home and they don't. That fucking sucks. Some of those people are watching the rest of us pay for illegals to have homes, to have phones, to have fucking food and plane rides and whatever the hell else. You know, sometimes there's a lot of things you might want, but guess what? You're just not going to fucking get them. And that's life. That's part of becoming an adult, is understanding that you don't get to have everything you want. You know, like I always told my kids, you know what? You're going to meet a lot of people that have more than you do. And you're going to meet a whole lot more that have a lot less than you do. That's life. Okay, that's what happens. But only in America can you actually come from nothing and become something. Only in America. That doesn't happen in other countries. And this social engineering, because guess what? Those people don't give two mother fucks about somebody being a Boy Scout either. They don't. They're liar, liar, pants on fires. They're fucking the racists of them all, if you ask me. But if you don't go along with their shit, you're some kind of phobic. You know what? There's a lot of shit. Hey, let me tell you, I have a great life, a wonderful, amazing life. Everybody knows it. I do. And I've always been a happy person. No matter what situation I'm in. I'm a pretty happy person as a rule. I can be very fiery and, you know, a little aggressive at times. But I've always been one to laugh and have a good time. What You know, when I'm in the airport and I see Louis Vuitton luggage, would I like to have that? Fuck yeah, I would love it. I think it's ridiculous that, you know, could buy a fucking nice car for what that would cost you. Would I like to have it? Of course I would. Guess what? I'm not going to. Just fucking get over your damn self. You're a girl and it's called fucking Boy Scouts. How about that? So congratulations to that one, because, you know, look what you fucking got started. And now here we have a 50-some-year-old man that identifies as a 13-year-old girl, so he gets to go ahead and go in there. That's called pedophilia is what that's called. Go in the locker room with little girls. Yeah, good thing you never fucking tried that shit with my kid, because I'd be in prison today. I can tell you that. What? What are you talking about? I don't even have a poop emoji anywhere. I don't even know how to do that. Hey, pallets. Okay, I need to list that.
Which I have no idea what that is. E-scale social deception. It's a definitive contract. Our hard-earned taxpayer dollars, over $9 million, and that's just what's reported. God knows how much more it could be. It's probably a lot more. This is just what I could find.
Shut it down.
$9 million of our taxpayer dollars, while Americans can barely afford rent, barely afford the cost of living, barely take their kids to school, put the heat on, make sure that they have clothes, make sure that they can brush their teeth, they're clean, they can actually function in a society. We're all struggling. All Americans are struggling under this dark Biden, Kamala Harris regime. You guys are spending our taxpayer dollars just a little bit, not even all of it. There's so many more egregious spending. You're spending our taxpayer dollars.
Oh, yeah, and let's be very clear. You know what? When they go through Medicaid, because I'm telling you right now, I could just about guarantee you, Medicaid is the worst offender. I believe it's probably the worst offender. The most fraud. When they go through that, those people in DC, they are really going to lose their shit. Because, you know, they think they really got something when they go after fucking Medicaid. Let me tell you, that is the most misused. I guarantee you we're paying out shit for people who don't even exist. I promise you that. While some people cannot literally afford health care. I promise you.
Dollars on active social engineering? I mean, are you absolutely kidding me? I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. After doing a little more digging, I found out that this was a leaked contract which reveals that the Department of Homeland Security backed program, this was instituted, this whole social engineering through Thomas Reuters Special Services.
Don't worry, boo.
Was all initiated to manipulate public perception. This is a newly uncovered federal contract shows that Thomas Reuters was awarded over $9 million for a secretive program labeled Active Social Engineering Defense Large-Scale Social Deception. The contract was issued by the Department of Homeland Security, and this is what we know. This revelation follows previous concerns about Thomas Reuters' deep ties to intelligence and law enforcement agencies. TRSS, a subsidiary of the global news and data company, specializes in high-level analytics and surveillance tools often used by government agencies for counterterrorism and national security purposes. These public records show that TRSS has been involved in contracts with the Biden-Harris government for years. Mayorkas, remember him, the former secretary? Thank God he's gone. Providing intelligence solutions, predictive analytics, and data monitoring systems. But this new contract, explicitly mentioning large-scale social deception, is like, I mean, the hairs on my arm are rising right now. This is a harrowing, scary shift toward potential disinformation and psychological psyops operations aimed at the public. My fellow Americans, this gives me zero pleasure to share this with you, but it is so abundantly clear that everything they keep claiming and fighting for, how dare you, Maxine Waters? How dare you, Pencil Dick Schiff? How dare you, Ratty Raskin and Ghetto Crockett and the whole lot of you? This is
eyelashes and fell out. I mean, that's a disgrace. And the other lady, her wig is all turned to the other side. I don't know. I'm look. They say Rick don't say that, but I'm just saying, because if they get up there, then they ought to just be walked out with their hands behind their back.
Seriously,
you know, for real. Especially pencil neck.
Right.
And that ghetto one. She get up there screaming and hollering. The white supremacist, the white man, the white. Yesterday she said white tears. I don't know, y'all. You know, I'm sick of, race baiter. I mean, just the race card. All you hear is the race card. I mean, just a full blown racist. You know, Trump deranged syndrome, stage 6.
I love him.
I mean, they need to be walked out, man.
What you're fighting for while Americans suffer? You're fighting for more surveillance. You're fighting for more government waste. You're fighting for bigger government while we're suffering, while we executed the mandate on November 5th. How dare you? Tap the thumbs up right now. Do it right now. It takes 2 seconds.
This is what I tell you. He's always saying, hands behind your back. I love it. This guy, he's the one I told you guys whenever that he was a lifelong Democrat. He was scared of MAGA. He was scared. And he started delivering DoorDash, and he said he would go to a house with a Trump sign, and he was scared they were he thought they were racist. He said he believed the media, right? You believe this shit. Right? And then he said, all of a sudden I realized they were like not only the nicest people, they were the best tippers. Yeah. Oh, I loved it. See, I feel like he's a kid. I do. I just love him though. You missed it earlier, Queen, when he was saying, Tampon Tim, go get some pads. Just he cracks me up all the time, but he almost feels like he's your kid, right? He always says it's the human race. I love that.
2 seconds. Y'all hit that like button.
Share this with everybody.
And thank y'all for sharing this for me, man. Thank y'all for sharing this, man. But again, I was already doing research and looking at everything as soon as y'all was spamming me up. Man.
Quote unquote active social engineering defense component. This suggests efforts to counteract social engineering threats. The quote unquote large scale deception wording indicates an initiative that may involve coordinated narrative control, online influence campaigns, and mass persuasion tactics. My fellow Americans, my fellow global citizens in this nation, why does this matter? Thomson Reuters is known as a major global media and information provider. Yep. And it is now confirmed to be engaged in government-funded programs, just like Politico. And they're involved at mass deception at a global scale. Remember this? Politico reported back in the day, 4 years ago, Hunter Biden's story is Russian.
Through the lab, y'all know what I say, through the laptop out in the middle of the street.
Info, dozens of former Intel officials say. And who is their mouthpiece? Check this out. There she is, Jen Psaki, former White House press secretary for Joe Biden, now a complete fraud on MSNBC. Yeah, that's their mouthpiece. What have I been saying for years? The entire media apparatus, the woke propagandist media, which has been anti-Trump, anti-American, spreading disinformation willingly and knowingly for God knows how long.
Fake news.
It is all over now. Thank God you, me, the American people have finally said enough is enough. We're not going to take your garbage. We're not going to take your lies. This should be the biggest story in the history of the world. And I dare you to find one mention of this on any of the networks. I dare you to find me one segment on.
No, you're not going to. All you're going to hear about is Elon, not being elected. Yeah, same here, Happy. Same here. They didn't know. They never had me, for sure. They did not. But you can see where they did have people. It absolutely is true. Yep. Yes, it is.
On ABC, CNN, NBC, CBS, all the woke platforms, MSNBC. I dare you to find me one mention of this. Let me know in the comments if you find any. I think this really says it best by Caroline Leavitt, who is another Grand Slam home run pick by Trump.
Told y'all, man, we've been seeing her 30, 40 times a day, man. Again, prayers for the Trump administration, Trump cabinet, man. They're doing such an amazing job. And all the fake news. They're doing this, they're not. I mean, they need to walk these Democrats out, man. Live on air, breaking news. Just walk them out with their hands behind their back. Walk these liberals.
The only thing is that he is very new to politics in general. And he doesn't realize it's not just Democrats. I mean, Mitch McConnell fell down again today. Get the fuck out. So I'm telling you, I can barely stand the sight of Mitch McConnell. I haven't been able to stand the sight of him for a long time. Enough. Seriously? Like, you just can't. You're done. Okay, John McCain, you're done. See ya. Get the fuck out of here. Good Lord. Those people, that has to tell you something. It is not about 170,000 a year. It has nothing to do with that. First of all, they are so power hungry. They cannot. And this is a lot. They're not only losing a lot of money, because this is money laundering, okay? This is not just these people getting money. It's also the bastards there in Congress. And that includes both R's and D's. Both of them. Do not be misled here. I mean, look at them. That's what it's all money laundering. All of it. Every time they get some kind of weird ass bug up their ass. That's like I told you guys, for the longest time, I know I drove people crazy. People were so tired of hearing me talk about it. But I kept saying, why the hell is Congress having hearings about baseball players taking steroids? I still don't know. Remember that? I was about to lose my fucking shit when that happened. I still don't know what it was about. First of all, none of your business. How in the hell is that their business? Oh my, I still would love to know what business they had involved in that. I can remember it. I mean, I can tell you things people were wearing during those hearings. I don't know how many years ago it was, but I was fucking on fire about it. And everybody I talked to was like, "Why? What are you even talking about, Jackie?" And I was like, "It's none of their fucking business." But see, every time they get, whenever you hear them saying something like more than 3 times, why? There's something about this is benefiting them. And that tells me I smell a rat. Something queer is going on. What are you talking about? Yeah, I can trust them about as far as I can fucking spit.
Out, man. Make an example. I'll just say make an example out of people. People got to be made an example out of.
I love this.
You know.
True.
Check this out.
I was made aware of the funding from USAID to media outlets, including Politico, who I know has a seat.
And I showed y'all in this other video.
In this room. And I can confirm that the more than 8 million taxpayer dollars that have gone to essentially subsidizing subscriptions to Politico on the American taxpayers' dime will no longer be happening. The Doge team is working on canceling those payments now. Again, this is a whole of government effort to ensure that we are going line by line when it comes to the federal government's books. And this president and his team are making decisions across the board on, do these receipts serve the interests of the American people? Is this a good use of the American taxpayers' money? If it is not, that funding will no longer be sent abroad, and American taxpayers will see significant savings because of that effort.
And then this was just a mic drop.
But it started crying. But it started crying, y'all. Start crying. It's just so refreshing, you know. No more binder, just no more lies. Just the brutal, honest truth. It's so refreshing.
Moment for all you hypocritical, vile, anti-American, lame duck, useless, worthless hippocrats. Caroline, leave it. Take it away.
If you heard that type of violent, enticing rhetoric from our side of the aisle, from Republican leaders on Capitol Hill, I think there would be a lot more outrage in this room today. It's unacceptable, the comments that have been made by these Democrat leaders. And frankly, they don't even know what they're talking about, because President Trump was elected with a mandate from the American people to make this government more efficient. He campaigned across this country with Elon Musk, vowing that Elon was going to head up the Department of Government Efficiency, and the two of them, with a great team around them, were going to look at the receipts of this federal government and ensure it's accountable to American taxpayers. That's all that is happening here. And for Democrat officials to incite violence and encourage Americans to take to the streets is incredibly alarming, and they should be held accountable for that rhetoric.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah. That's what we voted for, man. And we just keep winning, y'all. Huge shout out to my boy Professor Nez, man. Make sure y'all go show him some love. Tell him Rick sent you. And I love how y'all be tagging us together, man. He's an amazing guy, amazing friend, man. Amazing videos. And thank y'all for all the love and support. We're doing such an amazing job, man. You know, we are the media, you guys.
Yeah.
You know, things are changing. Yeah. And as you can see, a lot of the people can't accept change. They can't accept the truth. And they ought to be walked out with their hands behind their back. The truth is going to shine in the light. People got to get things got to get exposed. The corruption has to come to an end. Common sense is here. Common sense.
Listen to this, Debbie, right now. You're going to love it.
And we ought to just shut the whole thing down and send everybody back a refund.
See. Yes.
Just saying. I know, like, Rick, why you keep saying it. I'm just saying, though. They have to shut the whole thing down and send everybody back a refund. You know? But some of the things that have been implemented should have never taken place. Even from years ago. Should have never happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I know it's here to control we the people and keep everybody somewhat, you know, so we don't ever feel like we have superpowers. You know, that's what they say, you know. So we won't reach a certain power. They have to keep everybody, you know.
No, they don't.
You know, I'm just saying, please, Trump, let's do it. We can do it before April 15th.
Right, Happy?
We can do it before April 15th, sir. We can do it. The External Revenue Service, we just shut people just go in there and fire everybody. Wipe it clean. We've been firing people for the last couple of weeks. Let's go in there over here. Let's fire them. Let's do it. We can knock it out before April 15th, y'all. Send everybody back a refund. I'm for the people, man. I know some of y'all be like, Rick crazy as hell, but I'm just for the people, man. I ain't lying to you.
No,
man.
I agree.
You know, we got to get these prices down. Everything got to just shoot on down. and we got to be able to walk outside again and hear the birds. Because, you know, I'll tell you, these last couple of years, the sky ain't been blue. They got this fog in the air. I'm telling y'all,
yes,
people
they
be
are.
saying conspiracy theory, but look, the fog. I rode through that fog, and I felt, and I was sick the other day. So the next day I was sick. So I'm in the air. Just saying, no. I don't know what it is, but I know something going on we don't know. And them conspiracy theories, we've been winning. We up 1,000. I'm telling you, we up thousands of points. We just keep winning.
Yep.
You know, we want the truth, man. Nothing but the truth, man. And the truth will shine in the light. Hope y'all ready for these next 4 years. And I'm glad we got down to this scandal. So absolutely a disgrace, man. You know, and I love this administration. Our press secretary is literally pulling out the receipts and destroying and letting everybody know what's going on. She pulled out the paper and letting everybody know what's going on. There's no more lies, just the brutal, honest truth. And everything he campaigned on is happening right now. So let's keep this thing rocking. Prayers for Trump. The fella ain't been to sleep. And I will catch you, beautiful patriots, in the next one. Peace and love, family. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
No, I've been sick since right after we had our ball. I still have a head full of nonsense. Right? I know. I actually talk about him a lot. Ragin' Cajun was on one night and I played him and she was like, oh my God, I love him. Yeah, I hope you guys do watch it. He makes me laugh. Yeah, I still can't get rid of the cough and so much shit up in my head. I know. But look, think about what's happened though. Look how RFK called out Bernie Sanders hard. Oh, that was beautiful. I loved it. So many times you're sitting there and you're like, don't take their shit. Tell them. You tell them. And he did. And I was like, yes. Oh my God, I loved it. It was awesome. And the same with Tulsi. Look at how she told him. She gave it to him with Syria. She laid it out. Oh my God, I loved it so much. Because they want to just keep harping on her and all they want to talk about was Snowden and Syria. Oh my God, I can't think. I know his name. Oh my God. And they just want to harp on her about that shit. And she finally just said, no, Basad, he's not a good guy. But neither are the people that our government put in place there. The same as we did with Mubarak. The same as we did with Gaddafi. The same as we did with Saddam Hussein. She just said it. You could tell, oh, they didn't think she was going to bust out with that shit. She's like, no, the American people need to know who did that. Thank you. And I'll bet you many people didn't even think that much about it, but I've been saying this shit for years. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? It didn't ever make fucking sense to me. And we did it again. We just did it in Syria. We just did it. Last fucking month. Yes, exactly right. I love it. I freaking love it. Give me a damn break. They literally have gone after Christian, high populations of Christianity. I can't, oh my God, I love it. RFK to finally say, hey, there's a lot of corruption and it starts right here. Oh yeah. Oh God, I love it. I freaking love it so much. Yes, we have. We have been made stupid. You know, but guess what? Not everybody is. I literally, I knew for sure. Oh my God, I didn't understand Iraq. I didn't get that one. That one I just grinded over for years. I knew I didn't feel good about it. And it wasn't about this fucking weapons of mass destruction horseshit. That wasn't it for me. But something wasn't right. It didn't make sense. Mubarak right away. What? Gaddafi, what happened there? Oh my God. I still really, Benghazi is, let me tell you guys, I freaking made shirts about Benghazi. Right before, guess what? I made sure when Mr. Snotty and I have you guys ever heard of oh my God, what is his name? CL. Oh my God, I love him. I have pictures of me and Mr. Snotty with this guy, and I had our son Danny actually helping me peel vinyl because I had to have that shirt. I was so pissed off about Benghazi. I was on fire. CL Bryant. I have pictures of me and Mr. Snotty with CL Bryant. That guy's awesome. But I was hell-bent to wear a Benghazi shirt that day. Yeah, me too. I've known too much too. That's why January 6th, and I was in DC. I left DC. Oh my God, my best friend was texting me. She's like, Jackie, just stop. They're not even going to let you on planes. And I'm like, no, you don't know what happened here. And she's like, just stop. That's when I became depressed. That's why I started watching reality TV, because I said my brain can't take anymore. I'm going to lose my fucking mind. After what they did to us there, there's no end. And on the plane ride home, I said to Mr. Snotty, they're going to kill him. They have to. They have to. They damn sure tried, didn't they? And guess what? God said, not today, Satan. Not today. Nope. Not today. I've got something this has been bothering me, well, obviously for years, but there are some members of Congress that are not only criminal, they're beyond criminal. They really are. And this is the thing that's become so sick. They are blatant about it. This is what's really gross. But of course, this is why we attacked first our education system to make sure nobody knows any better, right? People don't even understand what they're hearing. Hey, Top Hats, I didn't notice you. Back 40s and 50s, we had a lot to do with. Yes, we did. Yes. Right. That's exactly right. Yes, 100%, Top Hats. Opening shit up is just beautiful. Yep. Not only that, I think it's bigger than that, Top Hats. This is what I've decided. I could never, it was like a pain in my stomach for so many years. And I know some of you have heard this and you get tired of me saying some of the same old things, but these certain very specific things have happened to me that I just could never get out of my head. And when Beck got married, we went to her final dress fitting, and I was talking to the seamstress who was Iraqi, and she started telling me about growing up in Iraq and how they really largely lived a very good life until we liberated it. Remember? Got rid of that evil dictator. And right then it really, because I was unaware. I was not aware. She said, Iraq has always historically had the largest amount of Christians than any other country in the Middle East. And she said, as a Christian, and she said, I had friends that were Muslim. We had she said everybody was fine. She said we hung out together. It was not an issue. She said, was he, a crazy, evil dictator? Yes. But she said, first of all, it takes somebody a little bit crazy to manage this crazy people. Yes. Exactly right. And she said, I grew up there, really not afraid. We all did our own thing. It was not a problem. And she said, now that America liberated Iraq, she said, I can't go there to visit. I'm too afraid to go there now. And I thought, oh my God, why? Why did we do that? Why? And then you just kept seeing it happen. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. You just keep seeing it happen. Remember, first thing Obama did was go and run Mubarak off. Everybody goes, what the fuck? Again. Of course, it's a dictator. That's what these countries are. All of them. Gaddafi fucked up by actually trying to come around. And look what we did to him. Sick shit. And remember that stupid bitch? At this point, what difference does it make anyway? Really, that you left Americans hung out to dry? What do you mean, what difference does it make? Our ambassador was drugged through the streets, raped, and it was sick. It was sick. And we were responsible for that. Don't think we weren't. Stevens went over there on a he didn't fly over there like an ambassador. He did not. He went there on a cargo ship. That was gross what happened. People should go to jail for that. So many things people need to go to jail for. They need to. I want you guys to watch this because you know what? This woman needs to be gone. She needs to be gone. I'm not kidding you guys. I've known this for a long time, but enough's enough with this bitch. And then I'm going to find a clip of C.L. Bryant because you guys will love him. You will. I forgot about him until I was talking about Benghazi. Listen, this is really bad, guy. It is. Oh.
It is really, really a sad day in America. We are witnessing a constitutional crisis. We talked about Trump wanting to be a dictator on day one, and here we are. This is what the beginning of dictatorship looks like.
Okay. Wait till you know everything about this bitch. She's got some kind of fucking nerve. Oh my God. Right. Oh yeah, but wait till you hear what she actually has said. Wait till you hear. Yeah. Oh, I can't either. Wait till you hear though. She needs to be gone. Yes, we do. Top hats. Yes, we do. Why? And why do we? We need to. The only reason they do any of it is for money.
All about the money.
It's all about money.
All about the Benjamins.
It's sick. This bitch, oh, I cannot. Oh. Yeah, you guys got to hear this. I'm going to play C.L. Bryant. Remember, babe? Remember when we met C.L. Bryant?
I do. He's a fine fellow.
I
Fine
love.
fellow.
I know.
I like him very much.
Me too.
When you gut the Constitution and you install yourself as the sole power, that is how dictators are made. What Trump and Elon and all of their cronies are trying to do is take away the constitutional power of Congress. We get to decide. We have the power of the purse. We get to decide where money is allocated.
That's what it's all about to her. You hear that? I just want y'all to listen.
This is another good channel, you guys. It really is. He's good. This guy's hilarious. He always says his wife is Democrat. Yeah, but there's more though. Happy, I promise you, there's more to this. There's more of this. You may not have heard. I'm serious. No, this guy's so funny. His wife is a Democrat. So he'll be saying something and pretty soon he's like, hold on, I think I hear my wife coming. He's funny too. He actually is. Yeah, there is more, Happy, I promise.
Listen, sometimes we just gotta listen. Sometimes just listen to them and they'll tell you exactly what they represent. We have the power of the purse. We decide where the money goes. And then we send it to the executive, to the president, and all they got to do is just sign it. That's it. Just shut up and sign it. Let me tell you something, Ilhan, young lady. You no longer have a president in office who's just going to shut up and sign what you send across his desk. That's not who you have in office anymore. You had that for the last 4 years. You no longer have that privilege. Sorry. They are so pissed off that they no longer have that privilege to just tell the president, shut up and sign this. The people have spoken. You have given us free reign to do whatever we want to do with taxpayers' money. So now do what we said, or we're going to protest. Trump, like, I don't give a damn if you protest. All of y'all can get out there and protest. Matter of fact, I would draw up the signs for you. What you want this sign to say, huh? Will, you want the sign to say? Give me some crayons, give me some markers. I'll draw up all the signs. Get out there and protest until your heart is content. I don't give a damn. People that question how Omar got elected, I live in her district. She's not that loved. Even the Somalis don't like her. How in the hell the Somalis don't like her when she has given Somalia $2 billion since 2022?
See, that's what I'm saying. Listen, this is more than you think. I know he's funny, but seriously, listen to this bitch. She needs to be gone.
I'm not making this up. I'm going to show y'all right after we're done playing this video. We're getting into this, man. Let's go and get back into it. They're telling us exactly what's important to them. I need for y'all to listen. Okay, here we go. Let me just be quiet now. Let me go ahead and shut up.
We have the power of the purse. We get to decide where money is allocated, and it's the executive's power to make sure that that money gets to where it needs to get.
Thank you, CC.
When we talk about civil servants being let go, what we are talking about is not saving money. It's essentially saying they can get paid while they're home and their work doesn't get done on behalf of the American people. It is us, taxpayers, who are being ripped off.
Yeah, it's us that's being ripped off. We want more of our money to go to Somalia. Yeah. What am I not understanding? Hey, guys, I promise you, I am a novice when it comes to this politics stuff. I need for y'all to break it down to me why these individuals feel like they are being robbed. Now, some of them might lose their jobs. So let me calm down a little bit.
Right. You know, it has happened. Right. It has happened. But, you know, the thing is, he's not even going to try to do that, you guys. He's really not. Right. Right. He didn't. You're right. You're right. And like I explained to you guys before, everybody always says a president can only have 2 terms. That's actually not true. What they can have is 10 years. No, he doesn't want to. He's actually, why do you think he is balls to the walls, not even sleeping? He learned a lot the last 4 years. He learned evil unbelievably. He's trying so hard to fix this shit fast because he's not going to. At his age, it's not even really a thing. It's not. Yeah, he does. No, I do believe that it'll be Vance or somebody. But I don't think he's actually, I don't think he would even do it. I mean, enough's enough. The guy's old. I mean, he's getting up there. He's got way more energy than I've ever had. So I'm not dogging the guy. Are you kidding me? I would love to have his energy.
Some of them might lose their jobs. So I understand if they are just out there because, look, we don't want to lose our jobs. And we out here to just make some noise until Trump do something to save our jobs. I don't have anything to say to that. I don't want any. Listen, I cannot be the president of the United States of America because I probably wouldn't fire one person. That's just not in me to do. But we all know Trump has been beloved for saying 2 words. For saying 2 words before he decided to get into politics. Do y'all know what those 2 words was? I'm certain y'all know. It was you're fired. This dude don't care. He wants to make sure things are running right or not at all until he fixes it. I'm too soft for that. So sorry, Ilhan, but the taxpayers want what the taxpayers have been promised. And that's for a cleaner, safer, more powerful, God-loving, country-loving America. All right, let's jump back into it, man. These people are daggone. They killing me, man. They killing me.
While they're home and their work doesn't get done on behalf of the American people. It is us, taxpayers, who are being ripped off. It is us, taxpayers, who are not getting the resources that we paid into.
Thanks, Kimmy Joe.
So I ask the American people, do you want people at home and getting a paycheck and not providing services to you? The answer is no. Do you want the executive making the only decisions in this country, or do you want the elected representatives that you send to Washington making those policies?
We would like for you to quit ripping us off, okay? And now we have somebody showing us line for line how you're doing it. And truth be known 100% about you, you need to get the fuck out, bitch. You need to get the fuck out. She don't need to be in this country. No, she does not.
Trump does not want to make all of the decisions. I'm just letting you know that right now. He really doesn't. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have, trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing, we have a YouTube course that I just now created that's already been selected.
I do want you guys to check out his channel. It's really a good channel. Yes, that's exactly right. She's very clear. She's only here to get money. She's in Congress for Somalia. 100%. Yeah.
Do their jobs and do it properly. That way he don't have to make the decisions. I don't know if y'all realize it or not, but Trump wants to go down as being the best president ever that this country has ever seen. He don't want to go down as the most hated president ever. He actually loves people. He want to make everyone happy. He want America to be great. All those people that he's pulling out and saying, yo, just go home, man. You ain't even got to do nothing for your 10-year listen. We'll square you away. This is him letting them know, I'm not trying to be the harshest guy in the world, because I could just strip you of your position and just get you up out of here. But I'm not going to do that. Just go at home while we figure things out. And, you know what I mean? This country has not been run properly for a long time. It's time to get our ducks in order, our ducks in a row. It's time for us to cross our T's and dot our I's again. That's just where we are. I want y'all to see this right here. The United States has provided nearly $2.3 billion for humanitarian assistance.
And be very clear, when we give a country money like that, it's not helping the people. The same way that our country is ripping us off, so are their worse, probably. Well, I used to say worse. I don't know anymore. But that doesn't actually go to the people.
In Somalia since fiscal year 2022, and remains committed to supporting the people of Somalia through crisis and helping them build resilience to future shocks. $2.3 billion. So much money we have given to Somalia since 2022. 2022. So this is why Margaret Taylor Greene got out here and said this right here.
And against Ilhan Omar. And the reason why I did that, and I'll just say this, censure is not going far enough. If it were up to me, we would expel Ilhan Omar and deport her out of the United States. Her comments are outrageous. She's acting as a foreign agent within our very government. She said the U.S. government will only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do. They will do what we want and nothing else. They must follow our orders, and that is how we will safeguard the interest of Somalia.
Yep.
She also said, for as long as I am in Congress, Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters will not be stolen by Ethiopia or others. Sleep in comfort knowing I am here to protect the interest of Somalia from inside the U.S. system. Ilhan Omar needs to be censured, but censure is not enough. I'm telling you right now, she is acting as a foreign agent on behalf of a foreign country. Our country is going to be taken over from the inside. She's not the only one. Look at Joe Biden. We're investigating Joe Biden for his family getting paid millions of dollars for him acting in the interest of other countries and getting rich by it. We're talking about Ukraine and Burisma. He got a prosecutor, Viktor Shokin, fired in Ukraine, and his family took millions of dollars for that. That's acting in the interest of a foreign country. That's being a foreign agent inside our government. We could move on. There's others here like that. Rashida Tlaib, she does everything she can to act in the interest of Hamas over in Gaza. She literally voted to allow Hamas terrorists to come into our country. She made that vote along with Cori Bush. Cori Bush is acting in the interest of terrorists. Rashida Tlaib and Cori Bush acting in the interest of terrorists. For as long as this continues and we allow people to serve in our government, acting as foreign agents for the interest and for the good of foreign countries and foreign peoples, our country is not safe. Ilhan Omar needs to be censured. I urge my colleagues to vote to censure her, but I also urge my colleagues that we need to join together to stop foreign agents serving in our government in the interests of foreign countries. We serve the United States of America, and that's it. We serve the American people and no other people. That's how our country needs to get back on track, and that's the only way we'll save our country.
What did she say that was wrong? Because a lot of people will.
Yeah, she gets all kinds of crap. They all have been talking about forever how they need to get rid of her. But it's 100% true, and it needs to happen. This is what I'm saying, you guys. She openly does this. And yeah, Top Hats, I know what you're saying about I understand what you're saying about term limits. Of course I do. Of course I want term limits myself. But the fact is that the only people who can give them term limits is themselves, and they're not going to do it. That's not ever going to happen constitutionally. Oh my God, yes. Oh, absolutely, Top Hat, of course. Big time. Big time. Why do you think Joe Biden gave everybody some kind of humongous blanket pardon? Yeah. Can you talk for a moment so I can use the restroom?
Yes, baby, of course. My glasses.
Right, Frazzle. That's right. But it didn't even all go to Ukraine. That's laundered money. That money was stolen by Lindsey Graham, Senator Muffin Cumberpatch, piece of dog shit. Hold on. I'm going to go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right, I get the big chair. Oh, this seat is nice and warm. Ooh, yeah. So I want to thank everybody for joining, and just kind of remind you to, if you haven't done so already, meander over and tap that like button. And if you feel so inspired, hit the subscribe button. You know, this channel is doing well. As you know, we've kind of hit a plateau or whatever. We've got a solid following here, and I think Jackie's starting to, how should I say, we're getting into a little bit of a different space here, and I think it's fantastic, and I know she thinks it's fantastic, and I hope you all think it's fantastic too. So hi Happy, hi Bootsy. I'm just looking at the comments. Thank you all for chiming in on that. Who's excited about 2025? I, for one, am finally actually excited about 2025. You know, some things happened earlier in the year that had me a little bit less excited, but right now I'm very happy about the way 2025 is looking. We have President Trump in office and his cabinet members that are getting approved, and those rotten rascally rascals, the Democrats are trying to hold stuff up. That's what they do for no particular reason. That's just what they're trying to do. But they're getting approved one by one. Pam Bondi got approved yesterday, and Hegseth was approved a few days ago, and things are just clicking along. And the guy is going like a freight train with a steam freaking throttle straight up to the firewall. I can't even imagine.
Wait for Kash Patel to be in there. That's shit's gonna go down.
Right.
Oh
right.
yeah.
And I think Pam Bondi is already starting to, I don't want to say air out the dirty laundry, because that's not what she's doing.
She's ruffling feathers.
Right. That's a good way to put it, baby. She's ruffling feathers.
Yeah, she is.
I
love it.
Yeah, it is shocking, Bootsy. It absolutely is shocking. The whole thing is shocking. This thing that was slashed open today about the USAID, or was it today or was it yesterday? I don't even know. The stuff's happening so fast it's hard to keep up with. But my God, the crap that we are throwing money away on, and it's finally getting shut down. And it really wasn't that hard to do, right? That's the sad part about this. It really wasn't that difficult to do.
And these son of a bitches have no problem deciding to audit me, my life.
Mm-hmm.
They're in here already right now. Fuck you. Guess what? They know every damn thing I do.
Hello, you owe $125. Oh, you didn't pay it. Oh, now it's a year later. You owe $1,000.
Oh,
and you better damn pay it, or you're going to owe $2,000 next year. So just pay it. I mean, really.
Well, they don't even tell you at that time. That's the problem.
No.
But they get to do. They decide what you owe them, and if you don't pay it, you can go to jail. They can audit your life.
I can relate, Top Hats. I hear you, brother.
Look how pissed off they are that somebody's looking at what they're doing. Oh yeah, they're losing their shit.
They're on fire. And what that means, you know what that means? They're on fire. They're screaming and crying and whining and gnashing their teeth.
That means good shit's happening.
Means we're right on top of where we should be.
Right.
This is great stuff. It's going to be a bit of a struggle.
All I do is win, win, win.
No matter what. It's going to be a bit of a struggle for those that are a little bit weak of heart, or whatever you want to call it. That don't lose faith. Don't lose faith. Stay strong.
Yep.
And stay engaged, because that's what we have to do. Oh, Happy There's a line in the Constitution about fine extortion. I must have missed that one. We can probably go into some more detail on that later. But it's just going to get better from here, because he's going into stuff right now that I never even dreamed, never had any comprehension of, never dreamed of. With this USA thing, I had no idea about this. I had no idea. Well, they can chop off that $38 million or whatever it was.
38 million. Are you kidding?
Was that what it was?
No.
Or whatever the amount was. That's just a whole lot.
Billions.
Okay, that's just a whole lot less money that's coming out of my taxes and paycheck every year. I mean, this whole. So I think, in my opinion, yeah, the IRS needs to be next on the block for auditing by Doge, and then Obamacare, God forbid, that one needs to come up pretty quick. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, because that's one that hits every single one of us every single day of the year. Right. Okay. And Medicaid.
Medicaid is the worst offender, I believe.
Yeah, you can't get
The
through this
most
stuff fast enough.
fraudulent. My personal opinion, it is the most.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
You can't get through this stuff fast enough. It's like every day you've got to have a big one. And I like the way he's assembling these teams on this stuff and just like, you do that, go do that. And then the next day it's another team for this. You go do that. The next day it's another team. It's like, bam, go do that. I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. So I hope you're all happy too. I'm going to get out of the big chair and let the snot box have it back. Thanks for all entertaining me.
So, can we all agree that Elon needs to go? She needs to go. Admitting that she is embedded herself in our government to benefit another country. We all know that they are there to benefit themselves primarily. I know that. That's why I was always comfortable with somebody going in there as a billionaire, because you all fucking come out as one. It is. It's going to get better, better, better. She needs to go, though. No, right. Exactly right. I'm fed up with that shit, too. I'm fed up with it. You want to sit there and, call yourself a taxpayer? F you. You just said how you have the purse. Shut up. The rest of us don't get to sit around here worrying about some other country because we're trying to fucking put food on the damn table, you stupid bitch. Because you're stealing all of our money. Shut up. Shut the piss up. So excited about what's happening. This is good stuff, people. It's good. This is better than anything I ever really even imagined. I got to be honest. Ooh. She's going to sit there and literally say out loud, it is. It really is. And they become so numb to bullshit. I mean, even your fellow Congress, do they really not even say, hey, that's kind of a problem. This is, you might want to go ahead and not say that out loud, right? Thanks, Foods. You know how many people in my life don't love that? Just go ahead and tell you. Not real popular over here with lot of people in my family are not don't love it. And guess what? I don't fucking care. Because I don't shut my fucking mouth for nobody. Right. I know you do top hats, but you got to, okay, first of all, what you have to do is you got to quit listening to bullshit people, number one. Number two, things are going to be bad for a minute, I believe. Oh, thank you, Queen. No, I don't think that you, no, I don't think you guys are being fair. I think you got to think about this for a second. You got to be realistic for a minute. Things are going to get bad. I think they're going to get worse for a minute. But what you're not, first of all, what you're not understanding is if any of us were as business smart as Trump, we damn sure wouldn't be right here where we're at right now, right? He's a very smart man that way. And he does. He says some things that really blow my mind. But, you know, I mean, that's a good thing to just throw some shit out there like that, right? Like he don't care. He just fucking says shit. Like, I'm doing everything I can to not talk about what happened last night, because that's just, I know that's going to send me somewhere that I don't have time for that. But he did. He fucking blew my mind last night. They are going to go up. They are. They are. But you're talking about many years of them taking everything we have over. We have ruined the farmer here. No one's allowed to grow anything. We buy our produce from China. Really? Tell me in any fucking normal thinking that makes sense. Why would you do that? It's going to take a lot to go back. It's going to take, there's going to be some pain to this. But let me tell you, for us to start doing things and build ourselves back up again. And as you see, he knows, he thought he had time. He just knew he had plans for his second term. And then we had this whole big ripoff go on, this whole big bullshit, COVID. Again, why was Fauci pardoned? I don't know. That seems weird, right? Really fucking weird. There's nothing wrong with you doing that, but I'm telling you right now, we are going in the right direction here. To undo things is going to be painful a little bit. It actually is. In fact, I'm very afraid. I have thought for about the last year, I decided that the only good reason on earth that Biden opened up these borders in such an insane way was to have an army against us. And you see them out on the streets, not giving two shits that they're illegal. You know, we hear these stories. Oh, we're afraid to leave the house. Really? Don't think you are afraid, because I am afraid to go out and hold up traffic and act like a complete ass and break the law. But they're not. I think that's why he brought them all over here. That and congressional seats based on census. That's a whole other thing as well. But and for them to vote. No, I can't unsee it. No. Right. No, none of our food makes any sense. Our food situation makes no sense. If you guys understand that we get our avocados from a place in Mexico that is run like the by cartel. It is, people die over these avocados. We can't have them. We're not allowed, because of the environment, to grow garlic here. This shit is ridiculous. And if you do you remember several years ago, freaking, they tried to outlaw the seeds. They did. Right. 100%. No, that's another thing. I'm so sick of them saying, oh, Americans won't do those jobs. You know what? Who the hell do they think they are? I have done just about every damn job you can think of, and I have never been ashamed. The only shame I find is somebody who refuses to get a fucking job and expects someone else to support them. That's where you got shame. I've cleaned toilets. I'll do any job. I don't know what makes them think. You know, the only reason that people may not do a job is because between our pharmaceutical companies and our government, we've got everybody hooked on drugs. I don't know people who would refuse to fucking do it. Exactly, Happy. Straight up. 100%. Who the fuck says I don't? Are you kidding me? I am not above anything. I don't find shame in that. I don't find shame in it. Who's going to serve you food? Who's going to... Really? So Americans won't do that? Really? Especially the position you got us in now. I'm pretty sure they'll do that two places a day. I've many times left one full-time job, hauled ass to my second full-time job. And none of those were me in Congress providing money to Somalia. Right. No, I are you kidding? No, they just say that. Just because that's who's doing it doesn't mean that's the only people who will do it. And they're already not. But let's not forget. We cannot forget. Like I told you guys the other night. There are other reasons that you can't find... I'm not trying to be racist one bit. I don't even know. Obviously, Americans are every ethnic background there is. But let's just be honest. The people who do your nails, the only people who do your nails, I think it's Thailand. I don't know. They're from Thailand or Vietnam. I don't know where they're from. Okay. But the reason they're the only ones, they're not the only ones that would do nails. They're the only ones that don't fucking pay business tax. Americans cannot afford to give you the price they can afford to give you because they don't pay tax. No, straight up, I would be eating some too. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of reasons things are going on. But I can tell you right now, assuming that Americans are lazy is mostly because you have fucked with our food, you have fucked with the medication, you have made us sick, literally, intentionally, and you've made us obese. But I still do not believe in that. I know I'm not lazy. I didn't raise lazy kids. Our children are actually very much, are very, I don't know the right word. They're not just outgoing. They are very driven when it comes to their careers, when it comes to their homes, everything. So, I think it's pretty fucking rude to constantly act like we're just lazy Americans. We're just the lazy Americans that are working enough to pay enough tax to pay for the bullshit. How is that happening? How is it happening that you have so much money to screw us over with if we were that fucking lazy? Obviously, we're working and giving you money. So, enough of that shit. Enough of that. They need to quit acting like Americans don't work. Give me a fucking break. All the farmers you have shut down, it's sick and sad. In Arizona, ranchers, farmers all over the country, that they did this many years, many generations. You shut them down for environmental reasons. You've done this shit over and over. You want all of us to drive some fucking little Tykes car around the damn freeways. Well, some fucking numbnuts like Taylor Swift takes her fucking private jet all over the fucking world. Act like you care about the environment. Fuck right off. Blow me, fuck off. Sick to death of it. Sick to death of it. We're not lazy people. We've been providing for every thief and pile of shit for years. So shut up. I am not even about to hear it. I don't need anyone to tell me I'm lazy. There is no job I won't do. Are there jobs I don't want to do? Of course, I'm not stupid. The only people who don't want you to grow your own food until 2.5 weeks ago, has been the government. They actually haven't wanted anyone to grow their own food because they want you to have to buy it from China. And with no tariffs, see, they can sell everything to us. All the money they make, they can give to Hunter Biden, who has what skill? What other than being a crackhead did Hunter Biden do that Ukraine and China paid him all kinds of fucking money for? That's a lazy fucker. And, you know, when they meet Hunter Biden, who even people trying to fix him up cannot make him not look like a fucking crackhead. I don't care what they did to him. You can't shave him. You cannot have all the people, handlers handling you, and you still not look like you. Worn hard and put away wet. Right. Exactly, Top Hats. Right. Absolutely right. I know my granny and my mom both picked cotton. Yeah, right. He was successful at what? Right. I mean, could somebody just say to these stupid people getting up there talking about all this shit, who the hell was running the country when Biden was there? It was not him. And I can't stand his ass. Because don't think, just because he's senile now, and I don't know what kind of drugs they're giving him to keep him alive. I didn't really know you could do that, but apparently you can. But he is a fucking crook. Probably the only reason he didn't pardon himself. Oh my God, the Clintons. Talk about, I mean, those people should be on the fucking FBI's most wanted list. I swear to God. And to like videotape some of these protests, I guess. And she had her 2-year-old child with her. And I'm like, okay, I really kind of wanted to chase around some of these protests, but there is no way, even though I know I'm not going to go and misbehave. I would never go anywhere near there with Jack. Like, what kind of fool is going to take their child and go and act stupid like that? Shouldn't surprise me, though. People are crazy. People are unhinged. But that is what it is. But I'm going to shut up. It's more than past time for me to do that. But I don't know when I'll be back. I don't know. I'm going to really try to track down some of these protests. From the information I got, I'm supposed to have one on Saturday. That's my plan, to go down to that one. But guess what I did? This will make you guys pee your pants. Okay, this is actually pretty funny. When I got offline the other night, I went down so many rabbit holes of all this stuff, trying to get all this information. And what I ended up doing, this is so dumb. I signed up to get alerts from the ACLU. Oh, if that is, who would ever think I would do that? So I really cannot with them. But I was like, okay, if I want to know what kind of shit they're up to, I need to act like I care about it. Act like I want to get involved. So I'm kind of excited. I've been checking every day to see if I got me some alert from them. I know. If they vet anybody, then they will not allow me to be on that alert list, but that's okay. That cracked me up, made my own self laugh. I know. I told Mr. Snotty, I'm like, you will not even believe what I did. Are you kidding? Because mostly I'm the type that if I ever got something from them, I would be like, hey, you better learn your fucking audience. And it is not me, MFers. And here I am like, yep, please send me. Stupid. That's probably what I should be doing, though. Yeah. What are y'all up to? That's too funny. But yeah, they haven't sent me anything yet, so we'll see. That is too funny. All right, I'm going to shut my mouth. Thanks so much for this session. It was awesome. Yes, you too. And be careful, little queen. Be very careful and have so much fun. I'm excited for him to have a good time. He's a wonderful young man. And I will see you guys soon. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love you. And good night, Ira McGinnis, wherever you are. Good night. Love you.